The Velar is 7 years old as a design, and it still turns heads in Carpathian Gray Premium Metallic. That is not a small thing. Most SUVs from 2018 look their age. The Velar's continuous waistline, flush door handles, and full-width rear light bar read like decisions that were ahead of their segment when they arrived and have only become standard practice since. The 21-inch diamond turn wheels fill the arches properly, and the red brake calipers behind them are a deliberate contrast against the gray paint. Black roof rails keep the roofline clean. This is a car that was drawn once, drawn well, and left alone. The proportions are lower and more tapered at the rear than the Range Rover Sport, closer to a raised saloon than a traditional SUV, and in person that silhouette is still the reason most people walk toward it on a show floor. What that silhouette looks like from the driver's seat and whether the interior matches what the outside promises is next. The interior is where the show price starts to feel uncomfortable for everything else at €74,900. Grain Windsor leather and ebony covers the seats, the armrest, and the door panels. The dashboard is almost entirely clear of physical controls. One 11.4-inch curved glass touchscreen runs the cabin, and Pivi Pro responds without the lag that older JLR systems were known for. I expected to find the cost-saving measures that justify a €33,000 discount somewhere inside this car. The lower dashboard plastics are where the budget shows. You notice it once. You stop noticing it when you realize this example includes the winter package, which means heated and cooled front seats, heated rear seats, heated steering wheel, and a heated windscreen. The technology package adds a head-up display, wade sensing, a 3D surround camera system, and park assist. A panoramic sunroof sits above all of it. Think about the last time you sat in a German luxury SUV at this price with this level of standard equipment already fitted, not configured, fitted. That comparison is what makes the show price dangerous for the competition. The rear cabin is comfortable for 2 adults. 3 across the bench is possible but tight, particularly for anyone over 6 feet. Knee room behind a tall driver is adequate rather than generous, and the Velar's sloping roofline, the same one that makes the exterior work, takes headroom away from rear passengers. This is a 4-seat luxury car with a 5th seat for shorter journeys. I find that honest rather than a problem, but it is a decision the buyer needs to make before signing. 625 liters of boot space with the seats up, around 22.1 cubic feet. The PHEV battery under the boot floor raises it compared to the non-hybrid Velar, and you notice the shallower load area. A powered tailgate is standard on this example. The 40-20-40 split rear seats fold to open 1,693 liters, around 59.8 cubic feet, which is enough for most families. The boot is not the reason to buy this car, but it is not the reason to avoid it either. 404 combined horsepower from a 2-liter turbo petrol engine and a 105-kilowatt electric motor, 640 newton-meters of torque, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 5.4 seconds, around 5.2 seconds to 60 miles per hour. For a car that weighs over 2.3 tons, that figure is genuinely quick. The 19.2 kilowatt-hour battery returns 64 kilometers of WLTP electric range, around 40 miles. Real world expect closer to 50 kilometers, around 31 miles. That covers most daily commutes on electric power alone. DC rapid charging at 50 kilowatts gets you from 0 to 80% in 30 minutes. A 7 kilowatt home wall box reaches full charge in around 2.5 hours. The electric range is not class leading. The BMW X5 offers more. But at €74,900, the Velar is not competing with the X5's list price. It is competing with the X5's monthly payment, and on that calculation, the numbers start to look very different. €74,900. The original list price on this car is €107,862. That is a €33,000 gap created by 10,000 kilometers and 9 months of registration. The Porsche Cayenne e-Hybrid starts above $100,000 in comparable specification. The BMW X5 sits in a similar bracket. At the show price, this Velar undercuts both of them by a margin that is difficult to explain away as depreciation alone. It is a signal that the market values the Range Rover badge differently than it did 5 years ago. And for the buyer standing on this show floor, that signal is either a warning or an invitation. Whether you can look past what it says about the brand and simply enjoy what a €108,000 car feels like for $75,000 is a decision you make, not me.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.